On May 21, 2017, Ringling Brothers Circus performed its final show, ending 146 years of entertaining children and tormenting animals. The show celebrated everything that had made Ringling Brothers famous: acrobatics, human pyramids, silly hats, animal abuse, and a surprising element: the secret illegal spy agency the circus operated from 1988 to 1998. Our story begins in 1981. The Reagan administration had a strong aversion to socialism, so strong, in fact, that the CIA sold weapons to the Iranians and used the money to fund Nicaraguan anti-socialist rebels known as the Contras. The CIA was so proud of this plan that they decided to lie to Congress, resulting in several people, including Claire George, going to jail. Before his incarceration, George had been the chief of covert operations and the third highest-ranking member of the CIA. After being pardoned, George faced a dilemma. What was a disgraced, newly pardoned ex-CIA official with a mountain of legal bills supposed to do? The answer was unexpected: join the circus. Circus head Ken Feld initially hired George to use his diplomatic connections to help acquire a panda for the circus. However, their partnership soon grew until Claire George was running what can only be described as a secret circus spy agency. The agency didn't have an official name, but court filings have referred to it as the John Doe Company. While the full extent of the agency's activities remains unknown, what we do know is absolutely bonkers. Over a 10-year period, the John Doe Company managed to insert at least 16 secret agents into various activism organizations that believed animal abuse was wrong. PETA, PAWS, and the Elephant Alliance were all infiltrated by agents who rose to the ranks and stole thousands of documents, including bank information, credit card numbers, personal medical records, and lists of PETA contacts. This information was used to sabotage fundraising efforts, disrupt demonstrations, and reduce membership. At one point, agents broke into the executive director of PETA's home office to take surveillance photos. One agent became so trusted that they accompanied the executive director of PAWS to testify before Congress. In another instance, an agent attempted to convince the deputy director of PETA to steal Ringling Brothers animals as a protest, intending to arrest them afterward, a plan that, unfortunately, never materialized. The John Doe Company also bugged and wiretapped their own circus employees, often bullying them into abandoning workers' compensation claims. But the most incredible and insane project the agency ever undertook was Project Preempt. Some backstory is needed here. In addition to being Ken Feld's father, Irvin Feld was a gay man who remained closeted his whole life. This led to his wife, Adele, eventually committing suicide, reportedly because she was distraught over her husband's lack of attraction to her. This tragic story caught the interest of Janice Potker, who wrote an article about both Irvin's closeted life and the Feld family's nefarious business dealings for a local business magazine in 1990. Potker soon began researching a book about the Felds, which prompted Ken Feld to take action. Ken Feld had Claire George run an 8-year operation to sabotage Potker's career and prevent her book from being published. Robert Ehringer was dispatched to pose as a fellow writer, befriending Potker and gaining her trust. Initially, Ehringer would find out where Potker was pitching her book or articles about the circus, and then send agents to convince the publications that Potker was untrustworthy. This was relatively easy in the 90s, when dismissing women as crazy was common. When Potker wouldn't give up on her circus book, Ehringer was ordered to convince her to write a different book, not about the Feld family, but about the Mars Candy family. Ehringer even secured her a book deal with the little-known National Press Books. However, the advance for this deal was secretly paid by the circus to distract Potker from her original project. The book Potker wrote on the Mars family was quite good and began gaining attention, so the circus instructed the publisher not to pay the $300 owed to the book's photographer. This led to a copyright infringement issue, causing the book to be pulled from shelves. A second fake book deal, co-written by Ehringer, was also sabotaged by intentionally writing poorly. There was even a failed attempt to hire a bodybuilder to seduce Potker and ruin her marriage. Eventually, Potker discovered the truth and sued. The whole scheme was exposed due to a personal vendetta. Charles Smith, a top executive at the circus, suspected his girlfriend, who also worked for the circus, of cheating on him. He bugged her house and office, And when he told his assistant to destroy the tapes and return her car to her house, the assistant misunderstood and returned the tapes to the girlfriend. She called the police, and Smith was fired. He then sued the circus, revealing all the espionage activities in the process, which is how Potker and PETA found out about the circus's covert operations. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel.